Hello and welcome back to another Magic Arena video. I am Magic Sven, and today we are making our opponent discard. So this is a deck I got from Robert Stadler from the MTG Historic Reddit Open, and it is a Waste Not deck. If you haven't seen this card before, it's a 2-mana enchantment that gives you value as you slowly pluck away the resources from your opponent's hand. Whenever your opponent discards a creature, you make a 2/2 zombie. When they discard a land, you add 2 black mana to your mana pool. When they discard a non-creature, non-land, you draw a card. So, you're just slowly getting value as you make them discard. Similar to that, we've got Tinybones, which is at the beginning of each end step. If an opponent discarded a card, you draw a card and lose a life. So you get a card for when they discard. And if they have no cards in their hand, you can pay 6 mana, and each opponent loses 10 life. So we've got a bunch of interaction here. We've got Sheoldred's Addict, Power Word Kill, Fatal Push, March of Wretched Sorrow, all good ways to get rid of creatures. Meathook Massacre is here too. Then we've got Discard, we've got Thoughtseize, we've got Undercity Plunder, which is discard a card, then they can discard an additional card. If they don't, we get to conjure a card out of their deck into our hand. We've got Go Blanks, more discard. Liliana is discard and removal. And then we've got our top end here. We've got noted villain Sheoldred the Apocalypse, 4 mana, 4/5. You draw a card, you gain 2 life. Your opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. And we've got Tergrid, God of Fright, slash the Lantern. Lantern taps to make them lose 3 life unless they sack a non-land permanent or discard a card. And then Tergrid, God of Fright, is when they sack a non-token permanent or discard a permanent card. It comes into play under your control. Very sweet. I also want to note the Gaia Reach Sanitarium here. 2 and tap, each player draws a card, then discards a card. Very good at triggering our Waste Nots and our Tinybones and our Sheoldreds. It gets both sides of the Sheoldred. So that's the deck. Let's take it onto the ladder and see how it does. Alright, I like our hand here. We got Waste Not, we got early interaction, we got Sheoldred. What more could you need? Let's lead on the Swamp. Fatal Push, just about anything that comes down here. Nothing comes down, so we'll just put our Waste Not out there. Clifftop Retreat. Could be like a heroic deck. Or like Niv Mizzet. Or maybe just like the tokens, or just control maybe. Well, if they're just control, I'm going to want Lily out. And I'm going to discard the push, I think. I feel like this is probably control. Does seem that way. A Farewell in the graveyard. Opponent's mana base really getting to them on this one. I'm gonna have everybody discard again. Get rid of the second Lily here. And let's Thoughtseize. See what the opponent is up to. I don't want to just run Sheoldred out there without any plan. So we got 2 Snappies and a Teferi. Well, the Snappies aren't going to be doing anything for a while. Let's take the Teferi, I think. We'll just draw a card here. And they're just going to play the Snapcaster Mage as a Ambush Cobra. Land comes down. Hit the Lily. Don't want to kill that. I think it's fine. Imagine they'll just pass the turn here. So they could have like a Lightning Helix. Probably be discarding either a land or a Power Word Kill. Definitely want to get the Sheoldred down next turn. Let's go to discard. See what they dump here. I'm going to discard the Swamp. They're probably going to throw the land away. Indeed. And then I'm going to play the Sheoldred, which comes down. And let's play Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Pass the turn. See if they want to put out a Snapcaster here. It does not look like it. Okay, there's a Narset. They're digging for something. And they got a Wandering Emperor. Okay, that's pretty good, but yeah. They're just a little bit too behind. Their mana base was really hurting them. And Liliana is so good against control decks, so nice win to get there against control. Let's go on to the next round. Alright. We got Push, we got Waste Knots, and some discard. I think we're looking pretty good here. Lead on the Swamp. Song Mad Treachery probably means we're looking at a Goblin Charbelcher deck. See what they play here. Yep, kind of as expected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Waste Knot. And the next turn I have the choice between a Go Blank or hitting them with the Field of Ruin. Kind of depends on how they're setting up. Field of Ruin should basically be a wasteland. Because they can't play non-basics in their deck. Or they can't play basics in their deck. And I think that's what we're gonna do here. Just take them off blue. And they're tapping it for mana. Let's see what they put out here. Maybe get a treasure token. Yep, Magma Opus, so we do get to draw a card because of that. Get a Swamp. I maybe should have still hit the red source. Just because they can Indomitable Creativity for their Charbelcher. So they need triple red for that. Okay, so they got rid of a bunch of stuff. Interesting. They can't play most of this. And they exiled. They did have creativity. Playing Chandras, which is interesting. Looks like they were digging for lands. And they didn't hit any. Kind of a rough beat for sure. Yeah, and whatever they don't play here, we're gonna get pretty good with this Go Blank. When does it go? Until your next turn, end of your next turn. So they won't have the Pact anymore. Probably wouldn't have been able to play it anyways. Not too surprising they go for the command here. So we'll see some discards. And we're gonna get some more cards of ourselves. Draw, draw. Really want that Thoughtseize though, and unfortunately not hitting it. Let's go for the Go Blank here. Hopefully just get them out of any range of anything. That's pretty darn good. We'll draw some more cards. Lily is nice. Opponent agrees that it is also nice. We're going to get rid of the Fatal Push and the Edict and a Waste Knot. Then we'll just start hitting with Hive, the Eye Tyrant here. Or maybe we get our Lily out. Yeah, let's do that. Play another Waste Knot. Each player discards a card. They might just play whatever this is in response. It is a Magma Opus, so we're going to draw some cards. Castle Lockthwain. We can dump a Swamp now. Alright, so now we just have to worry about top decks. Like that. And unfortunately, that's probably going to be enough. Yeah, and I can't do anything about that, so all I have to do is concede the game. Unfortunately, this is the kind of problem you get with discard decks, is Thoughtseize, as they say, does not have protection from BS. At any point, they could just draw the top deck they need to ding you out, to finish you off, do whatever it is they need to do. Yeah, we got a lot of their win conditions here, but they've probably got 4 Charbelchers, 4 Creativities, and now we know at least 2 Chandras in the deck. So not too surprising that they hit another win condition. It's just something that kind of happens eventually. Really needed to get our Sheoldred online, and unfortunately it just didn't come. Let's go to the next match. Alright, like this hand, Thoughtseize, Edict, Liliana, we'll keep it. Up against Norse Fire, is taking a mulligan. Yeah, nice little 1-2-3 punch here. Lead on the Hive, and we will hit them with the Thoughtseize. Get some of these cards down. I can keep the Fatal Push. Let's get the Orb, I think. Hideous Laughter is not that good against us, but Orb will probably do a lot of mill. Ooh, and that's kind of close. Do I want to play the Waste Knot? I think I want to play the Waste Knot. I will deal with this on my own time. We know they have 2 deadish cards in their hand. That does come into play tapped. And then they're going to Fatal Push us probably, or discard the Fatal Push, that is. We'll play our Lily. And do I want to sack? I think I want to just start eating hand. And I will dump, I think, the March. Not worried about my life total. Do get to draw a card, which is nice. Another land, not too bad. Something to discard to my Lily. And they decide not to Fatal Push their Rune Crab. That's a smart play. Heads up, smart play. Okay, they Tasha us for not that much. We got 33 cards still in the deck. Things are looking pretty good at the moment. And I think I'll just have everybody discard a card again. They'll probably discard the Fatal Push now, so we draw. Ooh, let's play Tinybones. Tinybones, Tinybones. And I'm still not going to cast this Edict. I might do it at the end of their turn. It's like if they play a Planeswalker. Sure, that's fine. See if they have a push. Or thinking about attacking with their Rune Crab. I'll block it so fast. Yeah, we are going to just say sacrifice a creature you. Does happen. We'll play our Field of Ruin. Everybody discard a card. We'll discard the Castle. They discard the Glimpse, which is good. And let's get this Hive on. Hit for some damage. I want to take the Glimpse out. Draw another card here. Mesmeric Orb, sure. Alright, that all resolves. And now we're down to 10 life. So if I hit with my eye, I get to untap, hope if they draw land, so I'm going to be milling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So I just need to hope they don't draw a mill spell. And then we can just activate Tinybones. Let's get the glimpse gone. We'll uptick the Lily. Funny thing I could do, I could have myself sacrifice a creature. That's not worth it. If they draw the mill spell, they draw the mill spell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did we get? Oh, they got the glimpse. Wait. Activate in response. Yeah! Boom! Oh, I forgot I could do that. That was sweet. Oh, so cool. Get to win with my death on the stack. You love that. So good. Alright, let's move on. Ooh, I like this hand. God, a lot of good stuff going on. Play Hive, and I'm just going to leave up the push. It's a little close. Thoughtseize, of course, better when Hive is out. Yeah, I believe. I think the correct play is probably Thoughtseize, but I'm going to try it this way, but was not punished, as far as I can tell so far. See what the opponent does here. Looks like there is some kind of life gain thing. There's the Innkeeper. Let's just get some zombies, shall we? So, the scary cards here. Not Terralaza. I've got the Fatal Push for that. It's probably just the Planeswalker and the Coco. So, we'll do this, and we'll keep drawing cards. Let's get all their good stuff out of hand. We get some lands, pass the turn. They want to play their Terralaza, we will Fatal Push it. There's the Innkeeper. Gain some life. Make a treasure. Here comes the Trellasera. I've been saying it wrong my whole life. That's okay. Get that off of here. They do get to scry some. Oh, they don't, because the life trigger's on the stack. Of course, of course. Let's play a castle. And we're just going to uptick. They discard a land. I'll probably play Sheoldred's Edict. I think that's worthwhile. And that was enough. Yeah, we must have thrown them off their game plan. They just drew some lands, so feeling good about that one. Let's continue. So what we got here is a handful of removal and a couple waste knots. Against a Yorion build, it's unlikely that these pushes are going to be that good. The Sheoldred's Edict will probably be okay at some point, and 2 waste knots, I think, without any discard isn't very good. So we're going to mulligan that one. We'll keep this 6. Tempting to dump the March. It's my only interaction early. But it feels like it might be the play. Yorion could be any number of things. Maybe I just want to get the Tergrid out of here. Yeah, I feel like that's unlikely to do something good. Whereas this might pick something off early. They might just be pure control. And blue-white Charming Prince. Okay. Probably scry 2. Indeed. Not too interested in just picking that off. Put both on the bottom. Not exactly what I'm looking for. only looking for lands, really. Probably get this removed. That's okay. Down goes the Tinybones. And they might be missing a land drop here. Well, at least twinsies, you know. I think I want Liliana out. Yeah, Lily Sack seems good. If I can keep them off creatures, which it looks like I get to do. Let's uptick. Get the March out. Dovin's Veto goes down. Let's play a Go Blank. They can counter this if they want. Don't mind too much, but they just let it go. Got some good cards out of them. Vanishing Verse. And a Trial. Ooh, Disinformation Campaign. What do they got going on here? So I see a decent amount of enchantments. I think I want to get rid of the Tergrid. No, the Go Blank is probably just worse. If I can just like put this out, it's going to be hard for them to remove. A little unfortunate to see Tinybones at this juncture. We're going to play Lantern. Everybody discard. They got a Yorion out. And we activate this right away. Probably just lose 3, I imagine. So this comes back whenever you surveil. They did retcon a bunch of cards to be surveil. Right, nothing to discard on my end. But yeah, I'll play a Sheoldred. Let's have everyone discard a card. They got rid of Ritual of Soot. Activate my Lantern. And pass. Land, and there's the Yorion. Not that great. Like, they get to blink these 2 campaigns. Draw a couple cards, I guess. Then they still lose a bunch of life. So let's play this. Each player discards a card, or do I just want... Okay. Yeah, I assume if they didn't draw anything good there, then they're probably done. And it looks like we had the edge there anyhow. Yeah, we were just able to, you know, get a good enough stranglehold on our opponent and enough pressure that they were going to have a hard time coming around. Actually, in sack, deal 4, draw a card, lose to Sheoldred. That would be enough too. So the game is in fact over. Very nice. Let's go to the wrap-up. So, how do we feel about Waste Not in Historic? Well, we feel like it's very sweet. I mean, just playing this card and getting all that value is just so cool. Activating Tinybones when they have no cards in their hand, it comes up pretty often, and it's just so cool to kill an opponent with this ability. So sweet. Sheoldred, you know, remains a baddie. What can you do? Sheoldred is just an insane card. This definitely does have the problem of discard decks where sometimes you can Thoughtseize their best card and then they just draw another copy of it anyways, or you have a bunch of discard in your hand and they've run out of cards, or they're not a creature deck and you've got a bunch of removal in your hands that doesn't really do that much. But, you know, when you draw the right cards in the right order with this deck, it's hard to stop. And, you know, you're just having a great time because you're playing Waste Not in a competitive format. It's just such a sweet card. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one.